Welcome, everybody, to the Creek, where the Crawdads face the Sonoma Stompers for the first time in 2025. Crawdads coming off a tough 16-4 loss yesterday and trying to bounce back against another CCL North foe after losing yesterday to the Saints. I'm Kasey Kazliner, joined alongside Charlie Limoncelli. Charlie, what do the Crawdads have to do to bounce back today? It was tough yesterday.
Yeah, I think, honestly, Kasey, it's a question of pitching. That's eventually got started for Walnut Creek, like they are always going to do because they're such an offensively talented team. Got to throw some strikes today. Need some good quality innings from Dylan McShane on the bump today. If he can get through two without allowing more than 3-4 runs, I think they'll be in good shape.
Set for the top of the first inning, Dylan McShane on the hill for the Crawdads. The tallest player on the roster, standing 6'9". He's going to Pacific out in Stockton, previously at Oregon. He'll face the top of the order, starting with Colton Boardman, playing shortstop today, hitting lefty. McShane, the big righty, 6'9" on the hill, toes the first base side of the rubber. The first pitch of the game, outside fastball taken for a ball, 1-0. And the wind really starts to pick up as soon as we get started here.
It seems like the late afternoon slot, Kasey, is really where the wind likes to thrive.
The 1-0, just off the plate. Changeup taken for a ball, 2-0. McShane, like we mentioned, spent some time at Oregon with the Ducks. Didn't play there after taking a red shirt and then not playing the following year as he dishes a strike low in the zone. 2-1 on Boardman. Boardman, the staple piece at the top of the order for the Stompers, hitting .286. He's been their best hitter. The 2-1. Chopped over to the right side. Esquivel gloves at second. Flips to first in time for out number 1.
Great ground ball contact induced there from McShane. Just starting a little shaky with the 2-0 count. Comes back with two nice fastballs over the heart of the plate. Does the job.
So there's one away for the righty hitter, Nicholas Sebastiani. Playing for his hometown Stompers out of Sonoma originally. 6'1", 195 pounds. The first offering from McShane to him is high and inside on the fastball, 1-0. Sebastiani in left field today. Hit a 3-run homer yesterday in a big win over the Menlo Park Legends for the Stompers. He's in his second year with Sonoma. The 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike, outside corner. Good job from Clisby to bring it back in the zone. So 1-1 at the dish to Sebastiani. Cousin also in the lineup today. The 1-1. Curveball inside corner taken for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I'm surprised that slider missed, Kasey. That looked really nice. Fantastic break, running away from the righty.
See where McShane comes back as he kicks and deals the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove of Clisby. Count goes even at 2-2 with 1 away here in the top of the first inning. Sebastiani hitting righty in a pretty righty-heavy lineup. The 2-2 fouled straight back on the curveball. Count remains 2-2. Sebastiani played his initial college ball at Santa Rosa Junior College, but he's in the portal. Hit .345 with the Stompers last year, hitting .261 on the young season in 2025. The 2-2 from McShane. Swing and a miss! Outside curveball, got him to wave, and there's 2 down.
Nasty breaking ball from Dylan McShane. He's got so much spin rate, pairs really well off the high 80s, low 90s fastball. Oof, that was nasty, nasty work.
So McShane sits down really the best 2 hitters for the Stompers, and that'll bring up another guy who has a hot hand, Landon Akers. Playing in center field today, hitting righty out of Bellarmine University. Tied for the team lead with 2 home runs on the year. He waits. The first offering from McShane is inside, taken for a ball, 1-0. McShane with a slow windup, but you can tell his stride is very strong, standing 6'9". The 1-0 pitch with 2 away. Aker takes a fastball outside and low, 2-0. Akers out of Louisville, Kentucky. Was very good in 2025 at Bellarmine, hit .356. As McShane kicks and deals, the 2-0 taken high, 3-0, as Akers keeps the bat on his shoulder. Akers, no stranger to summer ball. Played in 2024 with the Burlington Bees of the Prospect League. where he played in 42 games. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball down the middle, taken with no hesitation by Akers, and it's 3-1 count.
Really nice location on the recovery pitch from McShane. Doesn't have to do a whole lot. Uses the velocity to get it right over the heart.
Akers has only walked 5 times this year as he hits one foul on the 3-1 over to the right side. Donnelly, the first baseman, charging, makes the catch. Nearly runs into the wall, but the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down to start the ball game. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here in the Creek. Welcome back to Danville, set for the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless as the Crawdads come up for the first time, facing off against the righty pitcher, Haroon Pelja, who's had a very solid start to the year, making his second start, posting a 1.8 ERA on the dot. He'll start off with Jared Medham leading off for the Crawdads, playing shortstop after sitting in the DH spot his past couple of games with a hand injury, but he seems to be okay now, waving his brand new black bat. As he waits, the righty hitter takes inside 1-0 from Pelja. Medham on a 6-game hit streak, has the second most RBIs in the CCL North with 13.
Unfortunately, actually, the Saints guys doing point streak ruled that hit an error, Casey.
To 1-0.
Away from Medham.
In there for a strike. 1-1 on Medham. As he broke his baby blue bat he's been so accustomed to using. The 1-1. Chopped foul to the left side, 1-2. Mentioned Medham has been an RBI machine, has not played in nearly as many games as a lot of other guys in the CCL North after arriving late. Only playing now in his 7th game of the year. Pelja comes set. Righty looks in, now fires. Curveball high and inside. Count goes even at 2-2. Still windy here in Danville. Sunny temps here on a nice sunny Sunday. Medham waits. The 2-2. Inside. Taken for a ball in on the belt area. 3-2. Medham in his second year in the CCL. Played last year with the Blues. Pelja looks in. Now deals the payoff. Hit straight back to the pitcher. It's going to knock off Pelja's glove. He's going to try to make a play. Throw to first. In time. Medham can't beat it out, and there's one away.
I don't know if I quite agree with that call, Casey. He looked safe to me.
Personally, I think they got him, but again, it was a close play, and we unfortunately don't have instant replay. That'll bring up Sam Jenkins back in the lineup today. In center field, Had 3 hits against the Philippines baseball group, got the day off yesterday, including a triple that to this date has been the only triple of the year for the Crawdads as the lefty hitter digs in against Pelja. Jenkins hitting .333 on the year, waits, takes a fastball outside, 1-0. Jenkins 3 for 4 day against the Philippines group, came after back-to-back games where he struck out 3 times. So he's trying to get back in a groove. Pelja comes set, kicks and fires, the 1-0, swing and a miss. Outside changeup. Got him to whiff. It's 1-1. Jenkins 1 home run on the year. Has provided some extra base power for the Crawdads when he's in the order. The 1-1. Outside and low. Off speed again, taken for a ball. 2-1. Jenkins out of Baylor. Has a Baylor legacy as well. His mom attending the university. Pelja kick steals the 2-1. Also low. Tried the same location on the off speed. 3-1 on Jenkins. 6'2", 225-pound rising sophomore. Pelja looks in, the 3-1. In there for a strike. Close pitch on the inner corner. And Jenkins thought he had a walk. He started his trek over to first, but they ruled a strike a little bit late. So full count on Jenkins. Hitting out of the 2 spot for the Crawdads. With his black bat hitting lefty, and the umpire, Alex Dickerson, calls time, looking over to the Crawdad dugout. Maybe some banter after that pitch called a strike. Seen some chippiness these past few games between whoever comes into Monte Vista Field and the Crawdads. See if that is a theme today. Jenkins digs back in. Pelja readies. Kicks, fires the full count pitch. Outside, close again. Fastball on the outside corner. Taken for a ball, and it's a 1-out walk for Jenkins. So with 1 away and 1 on, that brings up Joey Donnelly, hitting out of the 3 spot. It's the highest average in the CCL North, hitting .457 on the year. Another lefty hitter in the order for the Crawdads. Went 1 for 4 yesterday in the 16-4 loss. First pitch, hit high up in the air, left field, trailing towards foul territory, and Sebastiani puts the glove up to make the catch as Jenkins retreats back to first. So 2 away. Jenkins still on first for Brandon Clisby, the cleanup man, playing catcher today. Got the day off yesterday as well after going 1 for 6 against PBG. Still hitting .333 on the year. The Crawdads have flipped around the catcher spot quite a bit. Righty hitter comes ready against Pelja, who nods to the sign, now kicks and fires. Jenkins goes for second. The throw, not in time. It's a stolen base for Sam Jenkins as the catcher, Pulowski, didn't even get up when he threw it. He threw it from his knees, and Jenkins is safe. Pitch at the plate, called the ball. 1-0 at the dish to Clisby. The man on second and 2 away. Pelja comes set. Glove belt high. Looks over at second. Now stares back home. 1-0 pitch inside, taken for a ball by Clisby, 2-0. Clisby looking for some more playing time at New Mexico State, where he spent his freshman season. Didn't suit up in any games for the Aggies after a phenomenal career right here at Monte Vista High School. And a pirouette, throw back to second, and it gets into center field. Jenkins is going to take off for third. He's going to get in safely. And Pelja tried to pick him off, maybe had him beat if the throw got there, but it didn't, and Jenkins is into third with 2 away.
Great heads-up base running from Sam Jenkins. Gets the steal with that marvelous speed and then able to rattle Pelja enough on the missed throw. Big stuff.
2 free bags for Sam Jenkins. after stealing second and advancing on the E1. 2-0 count at the dish to Clisby. In there for a strike. Fastball outer corner. 2-1 to the catcher. Out of right here, Alamo area. It's one of the best players Monte Vista's ever had. The 2-1 hit softly on the ground over to third. Sebastiani throws on the run over to first, and it pops out of the glove of the first baseman, Lizzle. Jenkins will score. And it's an RBI single for Clisby as he beats out the infield hit. So 1 across for the Crawdads early. Scoring early was an issue for Walnut Creek, and it's 1-0 on the RBI hit from Clisby.
Great piece of hitting down the line there from Clisby. Doesn't try to do a ton with the ball, just making contact in that sort of account. Tough play for the third baseman, Sebastiani. Had a pretty decent throw.
Possibly a wound as the Crawdads trainer comes out to attend to the first baseman, Lizzle, as he also talks with a member of the coaching staff for the Stompers, but makes his way back. Seems to be okay. So that'll bring up Cam Taylor for the Crawdads, back in the order today after sitting some of the games recently. He played yesterday, 0 for 1. He's another guy trying to get back in a rhythm. Hitless in his last 3 games. Hitting .250 on the year. Clisby at first. Lefty hitter Taylor at the dish. Pelja trying to end the inning without too much more damage. The Crawdads tack on early. Taylor readies with his bright red batting sleeve. Throw over to first from Pelja. Clisby back in safely. Taylor out of Stevenson High School in Georgia. Lithonia to be exact. As the wind picks up, blowing in towards home plate. And he ropes one straight to the second baseman, Libby, who leaps and makes the grab on the first pitch. So that'll end the inning. The Crawdads get one on 1 hit and 1 error. We'll go to the top of the second. 1-0, Walnut Creek. One nothing Crawdads as we're set for the top of the second inning. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Stompers after Dylan McShane dished out a 1-2-3 first. We'll begin with McCann Libby, right-handed hitter, digging in. Tied for the team lead in RBI with 13. Had 2 RBIs on 2 base hits yesterday in the win over Menlo Park. As the right-handed hitting second baseman digs in against McShane, the righty. First offering, he lost it outside and away into the dirt, and it gets back to the backstop. 1-0. Libby, rising junior. He's committed to Louisiana Tech. Started at Navarro College, the JUCO ranks. As he waits on the 1-0 from McShane. High fastball taken for a ball, 2-0. McShane's last inning was quick. Had a strikeout and allowed a pop out and a ground ball. 2 at the plate to Libby. Popped up high in the air, right field. Taylor takes 2 steps in, now charges a little further and makes the catch. 1 away. So 1 out in the inning as the Stompers still search for their first hit. That'll bring up Trent Keys. Moving up the order. Hitting out of the 5 spot today, was lower in the order yesterday. First offering to him, hit foul the other way. For strike 1. The lefty hitter went 0 for 4 yesterday with a pair of strikeouts. Started his college career at San Jose State, but didn't play there. So now he's at Los Medanos looking for another D1 opportunity. The 0-1, inside, taken for a ball, 1-1 on the fastball. Keys was very solid at Los Medanos this past year, hitting .282 with 25 RBIs. The 1-1, inside part of the plate, but it's called a strike. 1-2 on the fastball. Shane looking for a prolonged outing after we've seen recent Crawdad starters not really go deep. 1-2 outside off the glove of Clisby, taken for a ball, 2-2. 1 out in the inning. Crawdads with their 1-0 lead, trying to hold that after getting blown out yesterday to the Arroyo Seco Saints. The 2-2. McShane dishes a fastball outside, taken for a ball. It misses location again. Full count at the dish to Keys. Hitting under 100 on the season. The payoff pitch. McShane deals. Fouled straight back through the 5-hole of Clisby. Be full count again to Keys, who took the unconventional route of starting at D1 and then going back to JUCO. Certainly a gamble, but we've seen it work for some players. The payoff again from McShane, kicks and fires outside, fastball taken, ball 4. So with 1 out, Keys is aboard via the walk. So the designated hitter is on. That brings up the catcher, Connor Pulowski. Another man who recently transferred over to Bellarmine University from Chico State. McShane pitches from the stretch for the first time. Pulowski digs in, standing 6'3", as he fouls it straight back for strike 1. Pulowski, righty hitter, hitting .281 on the year. Went 2 for 5 yesterday with 3 RBIs. Not a bad day by any means. Check over at first as McShane fires to Donnelly, but Keys is back safely. McShane towing the first base side of the rubber, stares in and fires. The 0-1 high, inside, taken for a ball, 1-1. Pulowski struggled at Bellarmine his first season there, only got 3 starts. Hit 130 in 23 at-bats as the 1-1 hits him. Off-speed pitch in on the middle frame, and it plunks him. Seems to be okay. Jogging over to first, and there's 2 aboard with 1 out. So Pulowski on first, Keys on second, 1 away. And that'll bring up Paul Lizzle out of Monterey Peninsula College, hitting .241 on the year with the Stompers. Lefty hitter, righty pitcher McShane stares in, now deals. Fastball outside corner, taken for a strike, 0-1. Stompers trying to retie this ball game after winning big yesterday. Crawdads will face them a myriad of times this upcoming week. The 0-1, fouled left side to the screen. 0-2 quickly on Lizzul. Has 7 hits in 11 games so far. After a struggling season at Monterey Peninsula, we're only hit 197. Shane readies. Kicks, deals the 0-2. High fastball outside, taken for a ball 1-2. Stompers in their road grays, head to toe. Crawdads with gray pants, even though they're at home, in their black jerseys with black caps. McShane nods to the sign from Clisby. We'll look for the punch out here on the 1-2 count with 1 away. Waits. Here's the pitch from McShane inside. Fastball in on the shoulder. 2-2. Zoe back in the lineup, did not play yesterday, as there were 3 changes in the order from yesterday to today. The 2-2. Fastball just off the plate. McShane wanted it, but count goes full again. McShane trying to avoid giving out a 3rd free pass in the inning. So Stompers are hitless to this point, but have 2 runners on. The payoff. Not close as it gets away from Clisby. Won't matter, though. It's ball 4 as Lizoul takes first. Keys to third, Pulowski at second. So that's 3 free passes given out by McShane as he talks to the catcher Clisby, who follows him back to the hill. Bases loaded, 1 out. Crawdads want a double play ball. As that'll bring up Kieran Baker. Also did not play yesterday, hitting 160 on the year and playing right field today. Out of College of San Mateo, a teammate of Dylan Hillman of the Crawdads in 2025. Both hitters were 2 of the best at the College of San Mateo. The first offering, high fastball inside, 1-0. Baker, righty hitter, looking for some more opportunities. He's played in 10 games so far for the Stompers, but he's hit under the Mendoza line pretty much all season. McShane on the 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike right down the middle. Maybe a dangerous pitch to throw with the bases loaded, but he takes, and it's 1-1. Baker struggled with the strikeout this year. He's struck out 9 times in 25 at-bats. He takes a low on the 1-1, 2-1. But he was very good at College of San Mateo this past year. 13 RBIs and a .302 average. Shane staring in again. The 2-1 home. And it hits his hands. So it's a 4th free pass in a row dished out by McShane, and that's going to bring in a run on the hit by pitch with the bases loaded, and the ball game is tied at 1. I don't know if it's the wind, but McShane really struggling with command as Dustin Cheney, the pitching coach for the Crawdads, walks out to the hill along with the catcher Clisby.
Crawdads do have Ryan Delaney warming up in the bullpen at this point, Casey. We'll see how short the leash is on McShane.
Crawdads have not been afraid to take out their starting pitchers early when they have struggled. Saw George Zaharia struggle yesterday. As it stands, there's 1 away. Baker at first, Lizoul at second, Pulowski at third. Stompers yet to have a hit, but they've thrived off taking pitches that were not close. That'll bring up the 9-hole Ben Sebastiani, cousin of Nicholas Sebastiani, who struck out earlier. Ben, a rising sophomore at College of Marin, hitting 143 on the year with the Stompers. Another hometown kid waits on the first pitch, and it's outside from McShane, 1-0 on the fastball. Some action, like you said, in the Crawdads bullpen. McShane looking to get out of the inning. The 1-0, taken for a strike. Fastball outer corner, and it's 1-1. Sebastiani, bright blue gloves, matching nicely the Stompers' navy blue. As he takes low on the fastball, 2-1. Stompers will not be afraid to take some pitches. They'll take what McShane's given them. 2-1 inside again. 3-1, and the command issues continue for the 6'9 righty. 3-1 count at the dish. Bases loaded, 1 out. And a 1-1 ball game. See if Sebastiani has the green line on the 3-1. Outside fastball called a strike. On our corner, a good frame job from Clisby. Just went over that outer part of the plate. Count goes full. It's our 3rd full count in the inning. The payoff from McShane. Hit straight up the middle. Shortstop met him. Gloves. Steps on second for 1. On to first in time. And it's a twin killer to limit the damage as the Crawdads get out of the inning, only giving up 1 run. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. Crawdads looking to retake the lead here on the Crawdads streaming network. Welcome back to the Creek. Crawdads and Stompers knotted up at 1 as the Crawdads will come up for the 2nd time. 6, 7, 8 due up with Riley Leininger starting things off. 10-game on-base streak for Riley, although he's hitless his last 3 games. He's got on via great plate discipline. Haroon Pelja still on the hill. The righty facing the lefty Leininger. The umpire Dickerson calls time briefly upon first pitch of the bottom of the 2nd inning. Leininger hitting .205 on the year, trying to get some more base hits. First offering from Pelja, inside, taken for a ball, 1-0. Leininger yesterday walked, was 0 for 3 otherwise. A tough offensive game for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. 1-0 is low, grazing the dirt, 2-0. Leininger has been an on-base machine, and that's why he's remained in the lineup for the Crawdads, on top of some usually solid defense. A 2-0 from Pelja. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on the pitch low in the zone, and Leininger waves at the off-speed. 2-1. One ball game, where each team traded runs. The 2-1 just outside on the curveball. Was close, but Leininger didn't like it. Now it's a 3-1 count on the hot corner.
He's got really great plate vision, Kasey. Doesn't usually swing at stuff outside.
See where he goes here on the 3-1 as Pelja delivers. Hit foul the other way, left side, out of play. Count goes full. Leininger, a guy who likes to walk. Doesn't necessarily need to put it in play if he'll get his free pass. Pelja stares in, kicks, fires the payoff. Curveball outside and high, taken, ball 4. So the leadoff man is aboard for the Crawdads as Riley Leininger takes his free pass to first.
Makes it an 11-game on-base streak, Casey, with that walk. He's just been so good.
Indeed, my friend, he has gotten on base many different ways. As that brings up Ryan Ellis back in the lineup today for the Crawdads after injuring his knee against Menlo Park. Playing DH today, hitting lefty against the righty Pelja. From the stretch, he kicks and deals. Inside, and it gets away from Pulowski. Called the ball, and Leininger easily takes second on the wild pitch. So 1-0 count on Ellis. Usually playing middle infield for the Crawdads, but in a bit of a logjam in the middle infield with the sheer amount of depth the Crawdads have had. Along with Ellis battling a wound. 1-0 count at the dish. Leininger at second. Pelja stares in, kicks and deals. High fastball, called a ball, 2-0. Ellis, after his knee wound, said it wasn't painful. You could just feel the damage a little bit. It seems to be okay now. Talked to him earlier today. Pelja waits. The 2-0. In there for a strike. Knee high. Taken by Ellis. 2-1.
Yeah, Casey, Ellis has been feeling pretty good. I've talked to him the past couple days. He's been taking batting practice pretty much since Friday. Hasn't been doing a whole lot of fielding, though, yet.
Sitting 200 on the year, playing his 7th game for the Crawdads. The 2-1. Hit to the right side, into the outfield for a base hit. Leininger will hold up at third. Ellis safe at first. He just drifts one to the right side, and it managed to get to that green grass.
And that's the plus hit tool of Ryan Ellis at work right there, Casey. He's just so good at putting bat to the ball and allowing his swing to do the rest.
Absolutely. And the Crawdads' bottom part of the order has really appreciated that. That'll bring up Chris Esquivel, who's had hits his last 2 games. Hitting righty and playing second base today. Went 1 for 4 yesterday. Had a single as his lone base knock. Pelja stares in, fires. Hit high in the air, right side. Baker chasing toward foul ground, and it drops. Just foul for strike 1. With the wind, that might have been an extra base knock if that sat on the left side of the line.
Yeah, definitely had some good carry. Baker made a good run at it, though. Esquivel flashing a bit of the power.
1-1 ball game. Runners on the corners for the Crawdads. Still nobody out. 0-1 count at the dish to Esquivel. St. Mary's Gale waits. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on the curveball, 0-2. Esquivel has struggled a bit with the strikeout, but has since been better after striking out a lot to begin the season. Pitchers count, 0-2. Esquivel waits in the back of the box. Pelja deals. Fastball outside, close, but taken for a ball, 1-2. Esquivel has played all over the place. St. Mary's, University of San Diego, and 3 different summer ball programs. Waits on the 1-2, wagging his bat above his head. Check over on first, throw from Pelja. Tried to get Ellis, but he's back in time. Esquivel turned 21 years old on opening day. As the birthday festivities continue for him into the season. The 1-2, checked his swing, but they got him. Pitch outside corner, changeup called a strike, and there's one away.
That's a really nice pitch from Pelja, breaking ball on the outside. Not a whole lot you can do as a right-handed hitter there.
Froze him on it and looked like he wanted to go, but held up. The 9-hole man, Casey Levitt McGee, stands in. He's been a big story these past couple of games. Has extra base hits in back-to-back games for the Crawdads, raising his average up to 207 after starting very slow for the Crawdads this year. Playing left field today, the lefty takes in the dirt, but blocked out in front by Pulowski. 1-0. Levitt McGee had a great game against PBG. Went 3 for 4, 3 RBIs, 2 singles and a double in that game, and he was stoked. We talked to him post-game, and he said he's just trying to provide at this spot in the lineup, trying to get some more playing time. Runners on the corners, 1 away. 1-0 count to Levitt McGee, the lefty hitter at the dish. Hits it on the ground over to second. Libby picks it up, flips to second for 1. On to first, in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play, and both teams trading double plays and limiting runs. We'll head to the top of the 3rd inning. Crawdads and Stompers tied at 1. One ball game as we begin the top of the 3rd inning. Top of the order due up for Sonoma. Colton Boardman will come back in after grounding out back in the 1st to lead off the game. Crawdads were threatening last half inning, couldn't score. And in the half inning before that, Sonoma threatening with the bases loaded, but only could plate 1. Boardman, the lefty hitter, digs in against McShane, who stays on the hill. Struggle with command, giving out 4 free passes last inning. Fastball, first offering to Boardman, taken outside, 1-0. Mentioned Boardman, Cal State Northridge guy. He's a native of Northridge as well. He fouls off the second offering straight back. 1-1. Boardman, though, officially from Las Vegas as his hometown. Went to Bishop Gorman High School. Big athletic powerhouse in the desert. The 1-1. And hit him right in the back on his number 3. It's another hit by pitch. Now the 3rd thrown by Dylan McShane. So leadoff man Boardman's aboard for Nicholas Sebastiani up now. The command has been an issue so far for McShane. That'll bring up Sebastiani, who struck out to McShane back in the 1st. First pitch to him, outside, 1-0. Sebastiani in left field today, hitting righty. A 3-run blast yesterday en route to a big win over the Menlo Park Legends. 1-0, swing and a miss. Got him to bite on the inside fastball. 1-1. Sebastiani, a native of Sonoma, playing for his hometown team. Probably a cool feeling. The 1-1. Back pick to first after the taken ball low in the zone. Clisby tossed to Donnelly, but the runner's back safely. 2-1. Sebastiani looking for a new home in the transfer portal. The 2-1. Inside, taken for a ball. Fastball in on the hands. It's another 3-ball count. It feels like every single time it's either a hit batter or a full count, or at least a 3-ball count from McShane. The 3-1 home. Fastball in there for a strike, outer corner, and the count goes full.
Yeah, you're right, Casey. It's been a lot of high ball counts in this game so far from McShane. Really good recovery fastball there. Just trying not to do a whole lot with it. Gets the job done.
The payoff Hit straight up the middle, bounces off the mound, straight to Medham, taps second for one, on to first in time. Wow. Second double play turn from Jared Medham off the weird bounce, and there's 2 away.
Pitcher's best friend, Casey, and man, that was a lucky bounce for the Crawdads off the hill there, and Medham with spectacular glove work to finish the play.
Whew. Making his case for best defender on the Crawdads. We've seen a lot of good defensive plays. Medham induces the twin killer for Landon Akers, up now with 2 away, and the base is empty. The righty hitter takes the ball high, 1-0. Akers 0 for 1. Popped out to Joey Donnelly at first, back in the first. The 1-0 in the dirt, taken for a ball. Lost control on the fastball. It's 2-0. Akers with some power. He's hit 2 home runs this year, leading the Stompers. 273 average otherwise. The 2-0 pitch. High fastball and another 3-ball count from Dylan McShane. 3-0 on Akers. As he digs back in with his enclosed stance. Takes a strike, inner corner, 3-1. Akers playing his 17th game, one of the more reliable players for the Stompers toward the top of the lineup. 3-1, he kicks and deals. Ring him up. Or 3-2 rather, excuse me. Full count on Akers. Another full count. Deja vu. As he chops it straight to Leininger at third. Takes the high hop, flips to first in time, and the side is retired. So the double play is the highlight of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the third, 1-1 ball game. Set for the bottom of the third. Crawdads trying to break it open here in this 1-1 ball game. Top of the order, 2 up for Walnut Creek, starting with Jared Medham, who turned a phenomenal double play last half inning. Haroon Pelja, the righty, still on the hill. He's been good, only allowing 2 hits and 1 run. As the Stompers try to limit the damage against this dangerous top of the order for the Crawdads. Medham digs in, grounded out back in the first, straight back to the pitcher. Righty hitter waits. Here's Pelja's first delivery. Change up off the plate, taken for a ball, 1-0. Medham turning 2 double plays today already at short. Phenomenal defense by the St. Mary's Gale. The 1-0, curveball drapes low, taken by Medham, 2-0. Medham's a guy we've said many times this year, you don't want to walk him. He steals a lot of bags. 13 this past year at St. Mary's. Put him in the top 6 in the West Coast Conference. The 2-0. Fastball outer corner, taken for a strike. 2-1 on Medham. Pelja still pounding the zone. He's walked 2 so far in this game, but his command has been pretty nice otherwise. The righty stares in from the windup, kicks and deals. Medham swings, fouls off to the right side, out of play for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Met him first year with the Crawdads, second year in summer ball. Out of Half Moon Bay. Always a wonderful visit. Nice weather down there. 2-2. Pelja kicks and deals. Hit on the ground over to third. Sebastiani can't glove it, and it trickles into left field. Medham is aboard and takes a big turn at first after Nicholas Sebastiani, the left fielder, bobbled it. And it'll be an E5 officially over at third on the bobbled ball from Ben Sebastiani.
2 really hard hit balls in play on the ground for Jared Medham today. You know, first time bounced off of Pelja's glove. They were able to take care of it. This time, tough play, even though it's an error.
That brings up Sam Jenkins, who was a busy man back in the first after walking, stealing a base, and scoring. Lefty hitter digs in with Medham on first. Pelja fires. Fastball swung on, fouled over the left side and out of play, 0-1. Mentioned Jenkins, showed off his speed. Not only stole a base, but advanced to third on the wild pitch from Pelja back in the inning where the Crawdads scored their lone run. The 0-1 on the lefty hitter from Pelja as he tries to pick off Medham. Ball gets away. Medham's going to run towards second and get there standing on the errant throw from Pelja. That's the second time he's done that today. So a costly mistake as Jared Medham showing his speed after the pickoff attempt gone wrong over at first. So it's Medham at second. 0-1 count at the dish to Jenkins, who walked his first time up, like we said. Long stare in from Pelja. The 0-1. That one inside around the knees, taken for a ball. 1-1. Jenkins in and out of the order recently for the Crawdads. Didn't play yesterday after a phenomenal game against PBG. Trying to get the Crawdads the go-ahead run with Medham in scoring position. The 1-1 with nobody out. Pelja pirouettes, throws back to second, and he's lucky that one didn't get to the outfield. Threw it a little high, but the shortstop, Boardman, makes the grab.
Yeah, really, probably a base advance save from Boardman. Good heads-up play from him.
Pelja with 2 errors already, throwing back to the bases here early in the game. The 1-1 to Jenkins. Grounds it foul to the right side over to the Crawdads dugout. 1-2. Still nobody out in the inning after Medham came aboard after the E5. Crawdads trying to take the lead here on Sunday. Bottom of the third, 1-1, our score. For both teams traded runs early on. Jenkins digs back in with his black bat. Waits for the 1-2 from Pelja. From the stretch, he fires. Hit on the ground over to first. Lazul picks it up. He'll take it to the bag himself. Medham advances to third. There's one away. So a productive ground out from Jenkins, moving Medham to third. And that'll bring up Joey Donnelly, who is the guy you certainly want up with runners in scoring position, has 7 RBIs on the year in 11 games. Playing first base today. He flied out to left his first time up in the first. Infield way in as the 4 infielders, 2 on each side, with their toes on the grass. Donnelly waits. The lefty hitter swings and misses the first pitch he sees. Off speed, low in the zone. 0-1. Stompers looking for the out at the plate. Should there be a ground ball? Medham has speed over at third. Pelja stares in, fires. Curveball taken outside. 1-1. Donnelly with good discipline so far this year. 10 walks, 4 strikeouts. It's the highest average in the CCL North, hitting .457. Pelja again on the 1-1. Swing and a miss. A late cut from Donnelly on the slider. 1-2 on the Cal Bear. Donnelly steps out, now back in. Looking for an RBI opportunity here. Beljuk comes set from the stretch, brings it down the hill. Curveball inside, taken by Donnelly, 2-2. Donnelly yesterday 1 for 4, had a single as his lone hit. Was really good in the Blue Series earlier in the year, had 6 hits. Looking for some of that stuff here in this game. First of a 3-game series between the Crawdads and the Stompers. The 2-2 at the plate to Donnelly with 1 out. As he grounds it over to first, Lazul will pick it up and take it to the bag. Medham stays at third. So there's 2 away with Medham holding up 90 feet away from scoring.
Probably the smart thing to do from Medham on the soft ground ball on the infield.
Back-to-back ground balls over to Lazul at first, and he's wisely kept an eye on Medham. So there's 2 away. Brandon Clisby digs in, the cleanup man. 1 for 1 with an RBI single back in the first. See if he takes a stab at another RBI single here. As he chops one straight back to the mound. And it's an errant throw from Belja, but luckily it's recovered by Lazul. So that'll strand Medham at third. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning. Still tied, 1-1, Crawdads and Stompers. For the Crawdads, it's Ryan Delaney. Crawdads have not allowed a hit yet, but Dylan McShane's day is done after he went 3 full innings, giving up 1 earned run off a bunch of free passes, 3 hit by pitches, and a pair of walks. Delaney will face Libby as he takes a strike on the slider inside pitch, 0-1. Libby's 0 for 1. He flied out to right back in the 2nd inning. Delaney, a lefty hurler, facing off against the righty Libby. The 0-1, line to right field, down for a base hit. It's going to get into the gap in right center. Libby takes a turn at first, gets into second standing, and it's a leadoff double for McCann Libby. And it's the first hit of the ballgame for the Stompers. So Ryan Delaney will quickly pitch from the stretch. He's been great his last 2 outings after struggling his first time out for the Crawdads, where he gave up 5 earned runs in just an inning and a third of work. So Trent Keys stands in. Designated hitter walked and scored back in the 2nd inning. Lefty on lefty matchup. Delaney tries to get out of the early traffic. First pitch to Keys is hit on the ground, and it's going to get into right field for a base hit. Libby will hold up at third as it's another good piece of contact over to the right side from the Stompers, and there's runners on the corners with nobody out.
aggressive stuff early from the Stompers, swinging the bats. Clearly seeing something they like from Delaney.
Delaney's thrown 2 pitches, and both have been hit hard. So runners on the corners, nobody out. That brings up Connor Pulowski, who was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. Infield double play depth for the Crawdads as Pulowski shows bunt and fouls the bunt attempt straight back, 0-1. Pulowski was stranded on 3rd in the 2nd inning after the Crawdads turned a double play with the bases loaded to get out of the jam. Nobody out in the inning. Runners on the corners here in the tied ball game at 1. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Delaney stares at first, now fires home. Fastball outside, taken for a ball, 1-1. Stompers trying to unleash a little bit after going hitless first 3 innings of the game. They were still pressuring, though, taking a lot of pitches and walking. Delaney, belt high, kicks and deals. Hit on the ground over to Leininger. He bobbles it and is not going to make a throw. Everybody's safe. The runner, Libby, from 3rd comes in to score, and the Stompers lead 2-1. So it's an E5 by Riley Leininger over at 3rd. Everybody's safe as Pulowski is on 1st, Keys at 2nd. Stompers take the lead. Still threatening with 2 on and nobody out. And that'll bring up the first baseman, lefty hitter Paul Lazul, who shows bunt and gets one down over to the left side. Delaney picks it up, fires to 1st. In time, both runners advance. It'll be 2nd and 3rd with 1 out as Lazul lays down a productive bunt.
Yeah, very good small ball from the Sonoma Stompers in that at-bat. Credit to Lazul. Laid out a pretty productive bunt.
So I want to bring up Kieran Baker. He was also hit by a pitch by Dylan McShane back in the 2nd. Righty hitter digs in with 1 away. Here in the top of the 4th, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Delaney fires in a fastball taken for a strike, outer corner. It's 0-1. Baker, righty hitter, playing right field. Delaney tries to get out of trouble. The 0-1. Foul tip off Brandon Clisby's mask for strike 2. Clisby seems to be all right after taking it off. Baker in the lineup today after not playing yesterday, hitting 160 on the year. Player out of San Mateo. Teammate of Dylan Hillman, like we mentioned, at the JUCO ranks. Pulowski at 2nd, Keys at 3rd. Quick 0-2 on Baker. Delaney stares in, comes set. Now brings it down the hill. Fastball taken outside. Ball 1, 1-2. Good take there from Baker. Needing to protect the plate. So Stompers with 1-run lead. 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. Delaney fires the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go on the slider in the dirt. And Baker's pleading his case that he foul-tipped it. As quickly, manager Zach Pace coming out and trying to argue it. I think they'll talk this over as the home plate umpire, Alex Dickerson, comes together with the other 2 men in blue. Question is, did he foul-tip it? He'd still be alive, Kieran Baker, if he did. Otherwise, it'd be a strikeout as the ball was in the dirt, so it would have been a drop third strike regardless. But they rule him out. So the first strikeout for Ryan Delaney of the game, and there's 2 away. That's a big K to sit down Kieran Baker.
Absolutely. Definitely a big out for Ryan Delaney. 2 in scoring position. Now you can induce some weak contact, get the last out, or get a punch out, whatever he wants to do.
2 outs, like you said, for Ben Sebastiani. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. With the Stompers leading 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. Righty hitter digs in against the lefty Delaney. Stares in, now fires. Low fastball taken for a ball, 1-0. Sebastiani 0 for 1, grounded out into a Jared Medham double play over at short. 1-0 pitch as Delaney waits, now shoots. Slider inside and low. Forces Sebastiani to get out of the way. 2-0 on him. Trying to increase the lead for the Stompers with 2 runners in scoring position. Delaney trying to get through his first inning of work. 2-0 in there for a strike. Fastball outer corner, freezing Sebastiani. 2-1. Sebastiani playing his college ball at College of Marin. The 2-1. Outside in low. Taken for ball 3. After the game yesterday, I drove by the College of Marin. Went up there with my family. Really nice campus. Be a nice place to play your collegiate ball.
Absolutely.
3-1 at the dish to Sebastiani. Runners on second and third. The pitch inside, taking ball 4. Missed on the slider. Runs inside on Sebastiani, and that loads the bases for the top of the order as Colton Boardman comes up again.
Delaney's got to be careful in this spot here, Kasey. Bases loaded. Don't want to allow any more runs to come across.
Base was open, so Pulowski at second, Keys at third, Sebastiani at first. 2 away in the top of the 4th as Colton Boardman comes up. He's 0 for 1. First offering to him inside on the fastball as he turns and takes 1-0. He was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. As Delaney waits, now shoots. 1-0 inside, fastball around the knees, taken, and it's 2-0. Delaney getting himself in some trouble with the bases loaded. Top of the 4th, Stompers lead by 1. Lefty on lefty matchup. The 2-0. In the dirt on the slider, 3-0 from Delaney. I'm sure he'll take here, regardless with the bases loaded, only up 1.
Absolutely.
3-0 at the dish to Boardman, leadoff man. The 3-0. In there for a strike. He tossed the bat, but it's called a strike late from Alex Dickerson, who had to make up his mind pretty quickly. So it's a 3-1 count on Boardman, who retrieves his bat, takes a practice hack, now digs back in. A ball here would bring in a run. Bases loaded, 2 away, the 3-1. Outside fastball, nowhere close, taken for ball 4. The runner Keys scores from third. Bases still loaded, now 3-1 Stompers over the Crawdads. So 2 runs across allowed in the inning from Ryan Delaney. As pitching coach Dustin Cheney making his way out with the catcher Brandon Clisby to the mound. Talk things over with Delaney. What do you think the conversation's like here?
Probably something related to either mechanics or composure here, Kasey. Going to keep it simple. Either Coach Cheney is seeing something that he doesn't like in Delaney's action when he's releasing the ball, or he's just going to try to calm him down, tell him to focus on how to put this next guy away.
Next guy is Nicholas Sebastiani, with Boardman on first, Ben Sebastiani at second, and Connor Pulowski at third. 2 away.
Cousins opposite each other here on the baseball diamond.
Yeah, I'm sure they're communicating.
Oh, definitely.
Sebastiani will be the 8th man up in the inning for the Stompers. They've only plated 2 this inning, but they got their first 2 hits of the game and take the lead. So Nicholas Sebastiani digs in. He's 0 for 2, grounded into a double play and struck out. Homered yesterday. Another one here would be huge to break open this game further. As Delaney comes set. First offering to Sebastiani, low. Slider in on the knees. 1-0. Crawdads gave up a lot of early base runners early yesterday. It was the root of their demise. The 1-0 taken outside on the fastball, close. But it's another ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Landon Akers would be next if Sebastiani can reach. The 2-0. Driven out to left field. but straight to Levitt McGee, but it bounces off his glove. 1 run scores. Another one's around. The 3rd runner comes in to score, and it's a bases clearing 2-run knock, or 2-bag knock rather, from Nicholas Sebastiani, officially an E7, as Levitt McGee takes a slow walk back to left field. You just can't give that up if you're Casey Levitt McGee.
It's a really tough situation. He was right there, almost had the grab. Costly.
Bases clearing E7 from Nicholas Sebastiani, and the Stompers lead 6-1. Landon Akers up. He's 0 for 2. Delaney fires fastball outside, 1-0. That's now 2 errors in the inning by the Crawdads. We saw them commit 3 yesterday. Already committed 2 today. 5 errors combined between both teams, as the umpire Alex Dickerson behind home plate motioning to the Crawdads dugout. Dugout that's certainly been vocal, to say the least.
Yeah, both of them have.
Saw a lot of chit-chat yesterday. The inning started with back-to-back base hits. Then an error, sacrifice bunt, strikeout, a walk, another walk, and then an error, resulting in now 5 runs in the inning for Sonoma. We're awaiting Akers to enter the box, as umpire Alex Dickerson still with his mask off.
Looks like one of the Crawdads coaching staff got tossed. He's walking back to the Monte Vista parking lot. First base coach for Walnut Creek. Players call him D-Nick.
We know he's a vocal guy. Plenty of chit-chat from him. We was talking about Star Wars quite a bit pregame.
He was.
Not his favorite movies, but he's going to be done. So runner at second is Sebastiani. Reaches on the error out to left. Delaney still pitching from the stretch, facing Akers as he takes a slider inside, 1-0. Akers 0 for 2. 2-0 count at the dish after that long pause. 6-1 Stompers. They only have 2 hits. The 2-0. Pop fly right side. Donnelly at first base calling for it, ranging into foul territory, and makes the catch. Plenty of damage done by Sonoma. They put up 5, lead 6-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Crawdads with some work to do. They gave up 5 in the top of the 4th inning. We're here in the bottom half of the inning. Crawdads trailing 6-1. It'll be the middle of the order, still facing Haroon Pelja, who's been good so far for Sonoma. We'll start off with Cam Taylor, the right fielder, who lined out to second his first time up in the first. Crawdads facing an early deficit for the second consecutive game after they trailed 16-0 at one point yesterday before mounting a mini comeback, scoring 4. Wanting to avoid letting this game out of reach, down 5. As Taylor takes 3 more practice cuts on the on-deck circle, now heads in. Pelja, the righty, still on the hill. He's been good, giving up just 1 earned run, 1 run total so far. Taylor playing in right field today. Seen him play really everywhere for the Crawdads so far. The infield, multiple outfield positions, and DH. So the lefty hitter digs in, trying to start a rally for the Crawdads here in the middle part of this game. Taylor with his open stance. Readies up against Pelja. Comes set. Stares in. Here's the windup. First pitch, swinging, driven out to center field. Akers ranging back, making the catch for out number 1. Again, some good contact from Taylor, but just can't get it to fall.
Yeah, flashes some of the power. A deep drive into center. Unfortunately, just not a great location straight up the middle.
Akers didn't have to move much. Took a couple steps back, but generally stayed straight away. That'll bring up Riley Leininger, third baseman, hitting lefty. He walked and made it to third back in the second inning before being left there. Both teams with 2 hits so far. Crawdads noticeably trailing by 5 on the scoreboard. So Leininger digs in, looking for his first hit in 3 games. He's got on base in every game so far for the Crawdads, but hits have come into premium. Pelja delivers. Fastball outside, taken by Leininger, 1-0. Leininger committed the error last inning that allowed one of the runs to score over at third base. So he waits on the 1-0 from Pelja. Taken outside corner of the plate for a strike. Changeup around the knees, 1-1. Leininger did not play at Oklahoma in 2025, his freshman season. The 1-1 from Pelja. Low on the changeup, taken for a ball, 2-1. Leininger out of Georgetown High in Texas. One of 5 Texas natives on the Crawdads roster. The 2-1. Takes outside, fastball. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Leininger searching for maybe his second walk of the game after working out a nice at-bat on a full count earlier. The 3-1. Pelja sets, fires. Popped up, shallow left field. Sebastiani, a left fielder, ranging over to his left, puts the glove up for the catch. 2 outs. So back-to-back flyouts to begin the inning. Crawdads still with only 2 hits. This offense was not something they struggled with earlier on the season, but something that has really been an issue for them these past few games.
Yeah, bats have been inconsistent. Bit of a cold snap right now.
That brings up the designated hitter Ryan Ellis, hitting lefty. He's singled. He's 1 for 1. So he got a knock in the second. Lefty hitter waits with 2 outs. Changeup taken outside. Ball 1. 1-0. Ellis out of Peoria, Arizona. Crawdads have a few Arizona natives on the roster as well, in addition to a handful of Texans. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Over the top on an outside breaking ball. 1-1. Ellis back in the order today. Last played against the Legends this past week. Pelja sets, now deals the 1-1. drifted out to shallow right field. Baker charging. He'll put the glove up and make the grab. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Crawdads down 6-1. Welcome back to Danville, where the Crawdads trail 6-1 against the Stompers here in the top of the 5th inning. Stompers due up after bringing everyone up to the plate in the 4th. McCann Libby will lead things off, the second baseman hitting righty. He's 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the 4th off Ryan Delaney, who stays in the game for the Crawdads. The southpaw has given up 4 runs, but only 1 earned. Fastball to Libby, taken for a strike down the middle, 0-1. Libby, a staple at the top of the order for Sonoma. Team that's been solid so far. 0-1, taken outside, fastball again, 1-1. Libby yesterday went 2 for 3 in the win over Menlo Park. So he waits on the 1-1. Off speed, down the middle, taken for a strike, 1-2. Libby steps out, now digs back in. As Delaney tries to get an easier inning for himself after a struggling one last time around. 1-2 in the dirt. Slider taken for ball 2, 2-2. Libby leading the team in RBIs this season as he fouls the 2-2 off to the right side. Scoreboard a little bit deceiving. Still only 2 hits for the Stompers with 6 runs after Dylan McShane started the game giving up a lot of free passes. Libby hits it foul again, right side, out of play. We'll do 2-2 again. Libby will play next year at Louisiana Tech, making the NCAA jump out of the JUCO ranks. Righty hitter with a white helmet, waits and takes. Now 3-2 on the low slider outside as well. Count goes full. Libby out of Frisco, Texas. Delaney comes set. The payoff. High, taken ball 4 as Delaney misses the zone. It's a leadoff walk in the inning for the Stompers. So Libby's aboard as Delaney will go back to the stretch. He's pretty much been pitching from the stretch the bulk of his outing after giving up a leadoff double last inning off his first pitch. So that brings up Trent Keys. He's 1 for 1. Walked and singled. Swing and a miss. Whiffed on the fastball. 0-1. 6-1 Stompers, top of the 5th. Libby over at first. Keys at the dish, batting lefty against the lefty Delaney. The 0-1. Outside corner taken for a ball. Close pitch. But Dickerson awards the ball. 1-1. Keys playing DH today. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nice break on that pitch low in the zone. 1-2. Libby over at first with a comfortable lead. Delaney fires home, and foul tipped in and out of the glove of Brandon Clisby. Count stays at 1-2 with nobody away. It's been a small ball game for the Stompers. Those two big errors for the Crawdads have defined this game so far. Delaney waits, now fires the 1-2, and it plunks the right elbow of Trent Keys. So back-to-back free passes given out by Delaney as Libby advances to second. Now Keys at first, and that'll bring up Pulowski. Delaney has struggled with command so far. It's his fourth free pass given up. He's only pitched a full inning. Brings up Connor Pulowski. He's 0 for 1, reached on an error in the fourth and was hit by a pitch in the second. As he shows bunt, pulls it back, takes the ball 1-0. The righty hitter is originally out of Chico State, but now at Bellarmine University. Native right here in the Bay Area from San Jose. Shows bunt again on the 1-0, and the ball gets away from Clisby. Pitch low in the zone, taken for a ball. Both runners advance, so it'll be second and third, nobody out. As Delaney still struggling as the wild pitch allows two runners to move into scoring position. Pulowski showed bunt, somehow pulled it back in time on the inside pitch. So it's 2-0 to him. Crawdads infield playing in. The 2-0. Hit straight back to short. Medham picks it up, and they got the runner over at second in a rundown. Medham chasing, and both runners will be on third as Medham slaps the tag on Keys. Pulowski safe over at first. So it's a fielder's choice. Jared Medham wisely getting one of the lead runners. The runners on the corners with one away.
Mr. Defense Jared Medham strikes again, Casey. He's been really great so far today. 2 turn double plays, saves a run there.
See if they can save another. Runners on the corners. Libby at third. Pulowski at first. And now Paul Lizul comes up. He singled earlier. Takes a strike from Delaney. 0-1. Lizul hitting lefty against the lefty Delaney. He's got himself in some trouble again. Hit foul to the right side. Quickly 0-2 on Lizul. Hit 197 for Monterey Peninsula College this past year. Hitting 241 for the Stompers in 2025. The 0-2 in the dirt. Slider taken for a ball 1-2. 6-1 ball game in favor of the Stompers. They're trying to win another series with a 10-7 record so far. Delaney comes set, fires from the stretch on the 1-2, and that pitch is outside and in the dirt. Runner goes to second. No throw from Clisby. So it's a wild pitch, and Pulowski gets into second. It'll be second and third now, just like we saw earlier in this inning. One away, 2-2 at the dish. As Lizul, the lefty hitter, digs back in. Crawdads infield playing in once again. As he grounds one up the middle, Escobar dives for it, but it's past his glove. One run scores, another runner coming, and it's 2 more runs as Libby and Pulowski get plated on the single from Paul Lizul. It's 8-1. It's a 2 RBI single from Paul Lizul, bringing in 2 more runs, and the Crawdads facing a 7-run deficit. This game feeling kind of like yesterday, Charlie.
Absolutely, Casey. It really is. Pitchers for Walnut Creek just not throwing strikes. Looks like we got a call to the bullpen now, too.
Yes, sir. Sounds like that'll be the call as looks like Nathan Nino makes his way out. We'll take a quick break before Getting a word on Nino as the Crawdads trail 8-1 with 1 out here in the inning on the Crawdads streaming network. Welcome back to Danville here on the Crawdads streaming network. 1 out here in the inning. Crawdads trail 8-1. A new pitcher for Walnut Creek, Nathan Nino, the righty, making his 4th appearance of the year. He's given up 4 earned runs in about 4 innings of work so far. Runner at first. 1 away as Nino dishes a strike, 0-1 to Kieran Baker. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a hit by pitch. Hitting righty against the righty, Nino. Comes in for the lefty, Delaney. Nino nodding to the sign. The 0-1. Hit straight on the ground to second. Esquivel picks. Can't get the lead runner. And so he'll fire to first in time as Lazul advances to second on the ground out.
Great field from Esquivel. Took a little bit of a weird hop, but able to keep the glove on it there. Could have gotten past him, bet a single, but
had to take a weird kind of pick, stab at it on the ground ball.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So that'll bring up Ben Sebastiani with 2 away and a runner on second. Sebastiani 0 for 1, walked and grounded into a double play. So the righty hitter waits from Nino. The first pitch, high curveball taken for a ball, 1-0. Sebastiani, if he can get on, it would flip the order over for the 4th hacks for this Stompers order that is only put up 3 hits today. Would have scored quite a bit. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Curveball drapes in, 1-1. Boardman would be next. Currently runner on second, 2 away, 1-1 at the dish. Sebastiani waits from Nino. Leans back. No, does the leg kick. High fastball taken for a ball, 2-1. Sebastiani from Sonoma. Cousin Nicholas on the team as well, both from the area. Nino stares at second, now home. The 2-1 in on the hands, taken for a ball, 3-1. Crawdads trying to just get out of this inning. It's been a long, exhausting time for this defense, having to give up 7 runs these last 2 innings across 2 different pitchers. 3-1 outside, not close. Ball 4. Sebastiani walks. Runners on at first and second, 2 away for Colton Boardman. He's hitless today, but he's been aboard twice. He's hit by a pitch, and he walked. Grounded out in the first inning. So he digs in on the left side against Nino with 2 on and 2 out. In the top of the 5th, in an 8-1 ball game. Nino nods, comes set. And he fires home. Fastball in there for a strike. Outside corner, 0-1. The wind has not persisted here in the middle part of this game, as it was a big factor these past 2 days. Not a cloud in the sky here in Danville. The 0-1 from Nino. Hit to the left side, foul the other way. 0-2 at the dish to Boardman. Stompers were efficient yesterday. Had 9 runs on 8 hits. Been very efficient today. 8 runs on 3 hits. The 0-2. Foul tip into the glove, strike 3. So Nino gets out of the inning. Crawdads trail 8-1. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Charlie Limoncelli coming on the call.
Welcome back to the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. 8-1 ball game in favor of the Sonoma Stompers as Walnut Creek comes up to bat. Chris Esquivel, playing second base, will lead off from the 8-hole. Here to begin the bottom of the 5th. Crawdads with a lot of work to do. And will continue to face Haroon Pelja, now in his 5th inning of work. It's only allowed 2 hits and 1 run to the Crawdads. First offering to Esquivel. Outside corner, strike 1 called. Esquivel, the St. Mary's College man, hitting .286 entering today. He's been pretty good for Walnut Creek. The 0-1 from Pelja, outside, ball 1.
For the Crawdads, you just got to create some traffic, stop the bleeding a little bit. We didn't see them do that much yesterday.
Absolutely, only 2 hits thus far. Need to get some guys aboard and some runners across as the 1-1 is well outside, past ball. It'll be 2-1 on Esquivel, the San Diego native. Originally headed to the University of San Diego right out of high school, but did not play there. Transferred to St. Mary's up here in Moraga, where he's played 2 seasons. He's re-entered the portal, now as a rising senior. The 2-1 to Esquivel. Curveball sits in the zone. Strike 2 called. So we're getting a little bit of wind action here. Pelja looks in, and the 2-2 to Esquivel. Swing and a miss, a nasty slider gets the bite.
You got to give your props to Pelja. I mean, he's been really good today, just limiting the top of the order for the Crawdads to get on, and he gave up the 1 run, but that's been all.
Absolutely, he's been magnificent so far against what has been a potent Crawdads order. Been up and down a bit in the last couple of games, as here's Casey Levin McGee. No one on, 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. Try to get aboard, start a 1-out rally. First offering to the lefty, swinging a drive into right field. Baker under it and puts it away quickly.
And that's why he's been able to do such a good job. He's getting these quick outs, and I mean, He's only struck out 2 guys, but just the weak contact has been his best friend.
So with 2 down, the lineup turns over. Jared Medham, the guy in the 1 hole today for Walnut Creek, will take some at-bats. St. Mary's man is 0 for 2 today, grounded out back to Pelja to start the first, and then reach on an E5 back in the third. First offering to the righty. Inside curveball, called ball 1 of the at-bat. Medham, 2-year teammate of Chris Escobar over at St. Mary's College, where he spent 3 years, also a rising senior. 1-0 offering, grounded over to third. Sebastiani fields it, and a wild throw over to first allows Medham to take second. So Medham aboard 2 times today on 2 E5s. Now Crawdads with a man in scoring position for Sam Jenkins in the 2 spot. He's 0 for 1 today, had a walk and a stolen bag in the first, grounded out to first back in the 3rd inning. And he's a guy, Casey, who's been really productive for Walnut Creek, hitting .333 on the year, 3 extra base hits, a double, a triple, and a homer. Also has 9 hits total, 5 runs batted in. First offering to the lefty from Baylor. Swinging a ground ball over to first base. Lazul dives, gets the field, throws it to the crashing pitcher, Pelja, not in time. Jenkins legs one out. So the infield single puts runners on the corners for Walnut Creek. And in the 3 hole is Joey Donnelly, perhaps the best hitter in the Walnut Creek lineup. Entered today leading the California Collegiate League North Division in batting average, .457 on the year in 11 games. Got 7 runs batted in on 16 hits. They'll work with 2 aboard, try to get another run across Walnut Creek, break up this 7-run deficit here in the bottom of the 5th. Pelja from the stretch, first offering inside on Donnelly. The former Cal Golden Bear spent 4 years as a utility man there. Originally out of high school, played catcher, but Cal moved him all around the diamond. The 1-0 to Donnelly. Swinging a ground ball on the right side. Libby at second. Fields flips to first for the out. Crawdads strand 2 on a hit and an error. We'll head to the top of the 6th, see if the Sonoma Stompers will add to the 7-run lead right here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back to the Crawdads Streaming Network. Sonoma Stompers up 8-1 on the Dads here in the top of the 6th. Nicholas Sebastiani will lead things off from the 2 hole, playing left field today. He's had a productive day, drove in 3 runs on the E7 back in the 4th inning. Otherwise, 0 for 3, grounded into a double play, struck out in the first. Nathan Dino working for his first full inning now. First offering to Sebastiani outside and low, 1-0. Nino, the University Pacific man, kicks and delivers a breaking ball upstairs, 2-0 on Sebastiani, the Sonoma native. Spent a couple years at Santa Rosa Junior College. 2-0 from Nino, slow delivery. Fastball upstairs misses, 3-0. Sebastiani in 14 games this year for the Stompers, hitting .261. 15 strikeouts, 7 walks. Nino sets belt high, kicks and delivers the 3-0. Breaking ball misses way upstairs. Sebastiani has to duck out of the way. To walk on 4 pitches to lead off the 6th. Brings up the 3-hole hitter, Landon Akers. Another productive bat here in the top of the order for Sonoma. 16 games, hitting .273 this year. Looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 3. Nino working from the stretch now, delivers a strike on the outer third. It'll be 0-1 on Akers, playing center field for Sonoma today. Had a hit last night against the Legends in that 9-0 victory. Trying to get his first one today. 1-0 offering from Nino, front door breaking ball, just misses. 1-1. Akers, native of Louisville, Kentucky, goes to Bellarmine University. Rising senior there. Nino's 1-1. Fastball grounded over to first. Donnelly reaches out and he can't get there. Sebastiani turning for third. The throw will allow Akers to take second. 2 in scoring position with no one out in the top of the 6th.
The woes continue. It just feels like the Crawdads pitchers having to pitch from the stretch pretty much in every situation, and it seems to be getting them mentally.
Absolutely, Crawdads having a hard time throwing strikes, and when they do, they're put in play, which has resulted in good things for Sonoma. In the 4-hole, it's the second baseman, McCann Libby, up to bat now. He'll try to drive in both the runners. He's got 13 runs batted in this year, despite hitting .228 in 16 games. First offering to the righty. Off speed, sits high in the zone, strike 1. Libby committed recently to Louisiana Tech University, where he'll head for the fall and the spring. The 0-1 from Nino. Breaking ball chopped foul down the third baseline. Quickly an 0-2 count on Libby. Nino relieved Ryan Delaney with an out last inning. Got the final 2. Ground ball and a strikeout. Here's the 0-2 to Libby. And it plunks him right in the shoulder. The sixth hit batter, for Sonoma today, as Walnut Creek continues the struggles in finding the strike zone. Bases loaded, no one out in the top of the 6th. Stompers threatening to expand on the 7-run lead here.
That's now 3 innings in a row where the Stompers have had bases loaded.
So here's the designated hitter, Trent Keys, for Sonoma. Entered today hitting .087 in 12 games for Sonoma. But today, 1 for 1. A walk, a single, and a hit by pitch. He'll try to drive in his first runs of the season. Nino's first offering to the lefty. Fastball fouled on the left side, well out of play. Keys, a rising junior over at Los Medanos College. Productive couple of years there. Here's the 0-1 to him. Fastball on the inner third, called strike. Another 2-0 count that Nino has worked now, Kasey.
Yeah, I mean, the command has been an issue for him, but he's at least getting the ball over the plate at a consistent rate.
It's like an 0-2 count, I meant. Either way, here's the 0-2 this time. Fastball well outside. Clisby does a nice job leaping. Probably saves a run on a pass ball. 1-2 on Keys. Nino sets, slow kick, delivers, and the fastball misses on the outer third. 92 miles an hour there, dialed up some velocity, but the location not there. Nino gets the call from Clisby. And the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball over to third. Leininger collects, throws it to second for 1 out. Notably did not step on the bag over at third, so only 1 down, 1 runner scores on the fielder's choice. Runners on the corners as the out was to second. So now it's the catcher, Connor Pawlowski. Another guy with a productive day today, Kasey. 1 for 2, a walk, and an RBI single that scored 2. There's just 1 down here in the top of the 6th. First offering to the catcher in there for a strike on the breaking ball. It'll be 0-1. Kowalski, another Bellarmine University guy, rising junior, native of San Jose. Takes the 0-1. Breaking ball on the outer third, called strike.
Another 0-2 count.
Absolutely. Kowalski in jeopardy. Nino looking for the put out here. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball over to short. Met him, collects, throws to first for 1. Donnelly bobbled it, picked it up just in time. So another grounder results in an RBI and an out on the sac play from Kowalski to bring up the first baseman, Lazul. Still a runner in scoring position here, 9-1 ball game. Excuse me, 10-1 ball game in favor of Sonoma. Nino, first offering to the lefty, Lazul, swinging a foul ball backwards. 0-1. Lazul, a rising sophomore at Monterey Peninsula College, hitting .241 this summer with Sonoma in 11 games. Has not recorded an extra base hit yet. Would love one here. Nino looks back to second. And the 0-1. Breaking ball high and away. Count evens 1-1 on the lefty Lazul from Oak Park, California. Lazul went 0 for 2 yesterday. Or excuse me, in the last appearance, which came Friday against the Arroyo Seco Saints. Nino's 1-1 fastball outside. Makes it a 2-1 count here. 2 down, top of the 6th. Key's the man with a healthy lead over at second. 2-1 offering from Nino, breaking ball outside. 3-1 count on Lazul. Here we go. Lazul steps back in. Nino receives the call. Sets on the rubber at the belt. The 3-1 fastball in the dirt. Another walk for Walnut Creek, and there are 2 aboard with 2 down for Kieran Baker, the right fielder. Baker was hit by a pitch in the second, which drove in a run, struck out in the 4th, and then grounded out in the 5th. Looking for his first hit today. He's got 4 of them on the season for Sonoma in 10 games. Nino's first offering to the righty. Fastball misses on the inside, 1-0.
Seems like Nino's overthinking it a little bit, especially in this inning after coming in a tough spot last inning.
He's definitely got some work to do. Here's the 0-1. Fastball locates on the outside. Strike 1 at the at-bat. 1-1 now. No, it'll be officially an 0-2 count, excuse me. First pitch was called a strike. So now Nino trying for the punch out. Kicks and delivers. Strike 3 looking. Curveball stuns Baker. And the Crawdads get out of the jam, but not before some more runs come across. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th, see if Walnut Creek can score for the first time since the first inning. Right after. Welcome back to the Crawdad Streaming Network. It's the bottom of the sixth, and Walnut Creek up to bat, down 10-1 here against the Sonoma Stompers. New pitcher for Sonoma, Sean DeBoard, the lefty from Westmont College. 2 games, he's got a 3.0 ERA in 3 innings pitched. He'll face the heart of the Crawdads order, starting with Brandon Clisby in the 4 spot. Right-handed catcher had the first hit of the game and the only run batted in for Walnut Creek so far, back in the first inning. Entered today hitting .333 in 6 games. Trying to get something started here for Walnut Creek as DeBoard's first offering is well inside, ball 1. Clisby, the Alamo native, played his high school ball right here at Monte Vista, where he was one of the best players in program history. Takes the 1-0 offering for a strike from DeBoard, well on the outside corner. Clisby redshirted his freshman year this year at New Mexico State. Looking to make an impact there next year as the 1-1 goes outside, 2-1. During the last season Clisby played here at Monte Vista, hit .455, 33 runs batted in. 2-1 from DeBoard. Hit high in the air, center field. Akers running back. He won't get there. Bounces on the warning track. Clisby heading for second. He's in standing up. A leadoff double for Clisby, and the Crawdads set something in motion here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said something similar yesterday, but, you know, this game feels like a wash, but it's good to see guys individually, you know, put the ball and play hard, get that hard contact that they've been kind of snake-bitten because of the wind lately.
Absolutely. Clisby now 2 for 3. Flashing the bat. A successful day personally for him. Now it's Cam Taylor playing right field today for Walnut Creek. He's 0 for 2. He's had some hard contact as well. Lined a bullet over to second in his first at-bat in the first inning, and then a deep fly ball into center field that resulted in an out. He'll work with a man in scoring position here against the lefty DeBoard. First offering slapped on the ground to third. Sebastiani fields and flips for the out. So quickly, 1 down in the bottom of the 6th for Walnut Creek brings up the third baseman, Riley Leininger. He'll try to move the runner from scoring position all the way home. Leininger, 12-game on-base streak thanks to the walk earlier today. He's got 13 walks on the season, 8 hits in 12 games. Or 13 games now, excuse me. He's only hitting .205 on the year. DeBoard's first offering to the lefty from Oklahoma. Swinging a foul back. He'll be 0-1 on Leininger. Redshirted his freshman year with the Sooners. And has decided to hit the portal. He'll look for somewhere new to play. Leininger also looking for his first extra base hit of the year. Has hit only singles to date. Lefty DeBoard sets from the third base side of the rubber. Kicks and delivers the 0-1. Slow breaking ball on the outer third, ball 1. Leininger, a 2-time district MVP at Georgetown High School in Texas. He's also 2024 Perfect Game Texas All-Region First Team selection. The 1-1 from DeBoard, fastball on the inside. Called ball 2. Leininger and the Crawdads trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 6th, down by 9. DeBoard looks in to Pawlowski for the call. Looks back to second, and the 2-1. Swinging a ground ball on the right side, foul. Count evens 2 apiece. Clisby had a decent lead over there at second. Has 1 stolen base on the year. See if he tries to get his second. Likely will be going on any contact here on the 2-2. DeBoard looks over, kicks and delivers to Leininger. Breaking ball just clipped the end of the bat, foul ball. Leininger stays alive. A 69-mile-an-hour curveball from DeBoard. The 2-2 once again to Leininger. Swing and a miss. 65 miles an hour on the curveball that time. Leininger
Wow.
well out in front.
It's that slow curve that fools hitters. We were talking to them in the dugout, and Leininger in particular talked about the knuckleball they faced a few days ago and how he was fooled on it.
Crawdads now with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th, in danger of stranding Clisby after the leadoff double. It'll be Ryan Ellis with an opportunity to change that situation. Has had the second hit of the Crawdads day in the top or bottom of the 2nd. So he swings and foul tips into the glove on the first offering from DeBoard. Ellis on the day, 1 for 2 in his first game back since that knee injury he suffered in the middle of the game against the Menlo Park Legends on Wednesday. DeBoard's 0-1 offering. Swing on the curveball, driven deep into right field. Baker back, and he bobbles it. That's an E9, and Clisby will come in to score. Crawdads will take it as they cut the deficit to 8 now. And it's Chris Esquivel from the right side of the plate, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. He'll try to get his first hit on the game. That was a lazy fly ball over to Baker, Casey. Rare miss.
Yeah. I just overthought it, I guess.
Board's first offering called strike on a really nice frame job from the catcher, Pawalski. It'll be 0-1 to Esquivel now. Lefty looks over to Ellis at first. Kicks and delivers, swing and a miss. Breaking ball downstairs. Esquivel can't catch up. Former St. Mary's Gale has to protect now with 2 strikes. Ellis, a moderate lead at first. The 0-2 delivery. Strike 3 looking on the outside corner. So the Crawdads get 1 off the leadoff double and then the E9. Still down by 8 as they head to the top of the 7th. We'll see if Sonoma wants to add to the lead right after this. Welcome back to the Crawdad Streaming Network here for the top of the 7th. Sonoma Stompers up to bat as they lead 10-2 on the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Leading off is the 9-hole man, Ben Sebastiani, cousin of the left fielder, Nicholas. Ben playing over at third, where he's had some pretty good defense. He's 0 for 2 today, grounded into a 6-3 double play in the 2nd, and then walked twice in the 4th and the 5th innings. Try to lead things off here against Nathan Nino in his 2nd full inning of work now. First offering from the righty, Nino high and inside, ball 1. Sebastiani spent last season at Marin Community College as he takes the 1-0 offering on the lower third for a strike. Rising sophomore will head back to the College of Marin. Swings and misses at the 1-1 from Nino. Off speed, gets the bite. 1-2 on the Sonoma native. Hitting 143 entering today in 9 games. And the 1-2 curveball on the front door gets no swing. Sebastiani down looking. Lineup turns over. Colton Boardman hitting from the left side. And Nino looks a little more confident in this inning, Casey.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it's one batter so far, but it seems like he is doing what he did earlier, and that's attacking the zone, getting some of those 2-strike counts to go.
You said it right there, attacking and locating. Here's the first offering to the shortstop, Boardman. Fastball moves just a hair inside. 1-0. The lefty from Cal State Northridge. 1-0 offering fastball outside. 2-0. Boardman in 16 games with Sonoma. 286 entering today. Another 2-0 fastball from Nino, and it's high. 3-0 count on Boardman. Still looking for his first hit of the day. It's 0 for 2. Hit by pitch, a walk, strikeout, and a ground out. There's a get-me-over fastball on the 3-0. It's been all fastballs in this at-bat from Nino so far. See if he can try something off-speed here on the 3-1. Kicks and delivers. He will not. It's a fastball outside. Ball 4. So the third free pass dished to Boardman brings up Nicholas Sebastiani. Hitting from the right side. The left fielder steps in. 0 for 3 today. The first offering from Nino. Called strike on the lower third. 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Sebastiani has 3 runs batted in on that E7 back in the 4th. Nino's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Blows the heater past him. Quickly 0-2. Nino working from the stretch. Gets the call from Clisby. And the 0-2. Slider works outside. Back pick not in time. 1-2. Boardman still over at first. Sebastiani walked his last time up. Trying to get his first hit today. 1-2 from Nino. Breaking ball upstairs. Ball 2. Sebastiani, like his cousin and native of Sonoma. Plays at Santa Rosa Junior College. As he swings and misses on the 2-2 from Nino. Fastball right past him. 2 strikeouts for Nathan Nino in this inning. 1 looking, 1 swinging on both the cousin Sebastiani. And with 2 down, 1 aboard, it's the 3-man Landon Akers in center field. Had a single in the 6th, his first hit of the game. First offering to Akers. Fastball misses, 1-0. Nino's been up and down in this performance today. Looks like he's found a bit of a groove here. As the 1-0 to Clisby, called strike. The throw to second on the stealing Boardman. Not in time and offline. It'll be 1-1 on Akers. Now a man in scoring position as Boardman gets the stolen bag. Nino looks over to second. The University Pacific rising senior. Trying to get out of here in this inning without adding more to the board. 1-1. Akers slaps it. Base hit into shallow right field. Cam Taylor, the right fielder, with a big throw into Clisby at home to hold the runner, but it allows Akers to take second. So he's got 2 consecutive singles in his last 2 at-bats. And with 2 men in scoring position, 2 down in the top of the 7th for the 4-hole hitter, McCann Libby, playing second today.
Wonder when we'll see Nino get taken out. There's some action in the bullpen for the Crawdads.
The lefty, Max Cohen, up and moving for Walnut Creek. Looks like he'll be the next man to enter. Libby, second in the CCL, tied for second with 13 runs batted in as he takes the high fastball 1-0 from Nino. Nino, rough spring season with University of the Pacific as he delivers the 1-0 outside on the fastball, 2-0. Made 17 appearances this spring, 4 of them were starts. Went 1-3 with a 13.81 ERA in 29 1/3 innings. Cohen has kind of batted him around as a starter, then he got moved to the bullpen. Saw a little bit more success. Trying to even things out here in the CCL. Thus far, an 8.3 ERA with Walnut Creek in 3 games, 4 1/3 innings pitched entering today. The 2-0 to Libby, the Frisco native. All 3 outside. Nino in danger of walking the bases loaded. The designated hitter Keys due up next. Nino kicks and delivers a 3-0. Ball 4, fastball misses high. Stompers up 11-2 here. Or excuse me, 10-2. Trying to add some more, give themselves some insurance, as we're going to get a mound visit from the Crawdads head coach Brant Cummings. Might be it for Nino. Cohen shakes hands with the bullpen catcher Zach Justice. He anticipates getting the call here. Cummings takes the ball from Nino, signals for Cohen. We'll step aside here, 10-2 in the top of the 7th with 2 down. Bases loaded on the pitching change. We'll be right back on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back to the top of the 7th here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Bases juiced for the Sonoma Stompers, 2 down. New pitcher is the lefty Max Cohen. He'll face the left-handed designated hitter Trent Keys. Keys 1 for 2, a walk, a hit by pitch, a single, and a fielder's choice RBI. The lefty Cohen kicks and delivers high fastball. Ball 1. Cohen, a native of Alameda, the rising sophomore over at Monterey Peninsula College. This spring, 14 appearances, 6.39 ERA for them. The 1-0 offering high again, this time off speed, 1-0. Cohen's appeared 4 times for Walnut Creek this summer, 5.22 ERA and 10 1/3 innings pitched. Here's a breaking ball slapped high in the air over to right field. Taylor under it and puts it away. Cohen gets out of the damage for Walnut Creek as they hold the Stompers scoreless with 3 left on. Led to the bottom of the 7th. See if Walnut Creek wants to cut the deficit right after this. Welcome to the bottom of the 7th here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Walnut Creek down 10-2 on the Sonoma Stompers. New arm on the hill for Sonoma. It's Dylan Adelman, the right-handed pitcher from Cal State Chico. He'll face the 9-hole hitter for Walnut Creek, Kasey McGee, playing left field today. And after him, Jared met him in the 1 spot, Sam Jenkins in the 2 spot. Levitt McGee, 2-game hit streak, but still searching for his first one today. He's 0 for 2. Adelman in 2 games for Sonoma, 5.40 ERA in 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Righty's first offering to Levitt McGee, outside on the fastball, ball 1. Levitt McGee, the Laney College man, 5 for his last 12 in the past 4 games for Walnut Creek, breaking a 1 for 17 slump in his first 5. The 1-0 offering slapped foul off the left side. Will be 1-1 to the Laney College man. 2 seasons in the Bay for Levitt McGee. Hit well over 380 in his freshman and sophomore campaign, about 40 games apiece. 1-1, swing and a miss. 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball from Adelman. Levitt McGee now in a 1-2 hole. Had a monster game against the Philippine baseball group. 3 hits, 3 runs batted in. Went 1 for 3 yesterday as well. The 1-2 off-speed pitch well outside in the right-handed batter's box. Count evens to 2-2 for Levitt McGee, who earned himself a place at Cal State Bakersfield going forward. Rising junior readies for the 2-2. Fastball outside. Will be a full count on Levitt McGee. Entered today hitting 207 thanks to a hot last 4 games. Adelman sets, kicks and delivers the sidearm payoff. Foul tip. Levitt McGee stays alive. Levitt McGee, second year in the CCL, played last year for the Alameda Merchants. 27 games with them, hit 326. 29 hits, 3 of them for extra bases. Big power increase in his college days as he swings and misses at the payoff pitch from Adelman. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. The lineup turns over. It's Jared Medham for Walnut Creek now. Shortstop. Playing in his natural position for the first time in a couple games. He's been dealing with a hand injury that's forced him to play designated hitter past 2 games and kept him out for the first few games of the week for Walnut Creek. But he's been a defensive dynamo over there. He's turned a couple double plays. So some heads-up defense has prevented a couple runs from scoring. Still searching for his first hit today as he fouls the first offering back from Adelman, 0-1. Has reached, excuse me, go ahead.
I was going to say, he's been a bright spot in this tough game. He's reached twice, and those defensive plays save early runs.
Absolutely. He's reached on 2 E5s in the 3rd and the 5th. Looking for his first hit of the day. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Technically a foul tip into the glove. Either way, it's 0-2 on Medham, who entered yesterday with a 5-game hitting streak. Reached on an error yesterday as well. Drove in 2 runs. Didn't get credit for a hit. It was close. Adelman's 0-2. Slapped into right field. Baker under it and puts it away. 2 up, 2 down so far in the bottom of the 7th for Walnut Creek. Sends up Sam Jenkins for the Crawdads. 1 for 2 today. Walked in the 1st, stole a bag, then grounded out to first base in the 3rd inning and had a single in the 5th. Jenkins has been a very good outfielder for Walnut Creek, especially on the offensive side. Entered today hitting 333 in 8 games. 3 extra bases, 5 runs batted in. Takes a fastball on the outside from Adelman as the first offering. 1-0. Jenkins attends Baylor University. He redshirted there in his true freshman year this spring. She'll be rising redshirt freshman. Takes the 1-0 outside fastball again. 2-0 on the 6'2" lefty from Dallas.
Here you go. Make a play that tee. Make a play that tee.
The lefty Jenkins readies. Adelman toes the rubber. Wines, kicks and deals, sidearm delivery. Fastball called strike. 2-1 on Jenkins. Played 2 years of varsity baseball at Texas Christian Academy. Senior year, hit .320. 19 runs batted in, 18 stolen bags. The 2-1 off-speed pitch called strike on the high outside corner. It's 2-2 now on Jenkins. Jenkins trying to get a 2-out rally started for Walnut Creek. Adelman's 2-2 offering. Slapped foul on the left side. Count remains 2-2. Jenkins, plenty of speed on the base path should he get on. 5 stolen bags on the year now. Playing center field where he's got a whole lot of range. Adelman sets just below the chest. The 2-2 delivery again. Outside, ball 3 on the off-speed stuff. Jenkins, on a more personal note, trying to prove to Baylor he deserves a spot in the starting order. The payoff from Adelman. Swinging a ground ball on the foul territory side of first base. So they'll do it again, 3-2. Adelman, the 6'2", 200-pound righty from San Francisco. Trying to go 1-2-3 on the top of the Crawdads order. The payoff to Jenkins. Swinging a high foul ball above us in the press box. Jenkins continues to battle. Dallas native, the 2023 state champion with Texas Christian Academy. Led the Trojans in every offensive category that year. Check swing on the 3-2. Did he go? No, it's ball 4 called. So 3 times on base for Sam Jenkins, a productive day. 2 walks and a single. 2 down, and Joey Donnelly is up. Crawdads leader in batting average entering today, 0 for 3 on the day. A fly out and 2 ground outs. Donnelly 16 hits in 11 games so far, 2 of them for extra bases. Adelman's first offering, swing and a miss on the off-speed stuff. Donnelly out in front. Former Cal Golden Bear trying to get his first hit of the day. Spent 4 seasons at Cal, only appeared in 20 games. The 0-1 fastball in the dirt. Jenkins takes off. Stolen bag for him, his second of the day. So now Donnelly working with another runner in scoring position. 3rd-year Crawdad spent last summer with Arroyo Seco. 2 summers before that were here in Danville. Led the CCL in steals and hit 300 in 2023. Adelman's 1-1 to Donnelly. Swing and a miss, outside fastball. Donnelly, not a guy who strikes out a lot, Casey. Only 4 of them so far this year. He's put the ball in play in every at-bat today. Trying to pick up a hit here. Get Jenkins across. The 1-2 from Adelman. High off-speed pitch at 80 miles an hour. Donnelly lays off. Donnelly, an Alamo native, lives just down the street from Monte Vista, but played his high school ball at De La Salle. 2-2 from Adelman. Slap for a base hit into shallow left center. Jenkins with plenty of speed, rounding third. There's an RBI single for Joey Donnelly.
Good to see Joey Donnelly get back in a rhythm. We mentioned he's been the best hitter so far for the Crawdads, but for him to cash in here today and a otherwise blowout has been really good to see.
Absolutely. Now the Crawdads trailing by just 7 here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll see if they can continue the 2-out rally. Another hot bat up in Brandon Clisby as one of the 3 Crawdads RBIs today. Also had the leadoff double last inning. Former Monte Vista Mustang, played his high school ball right here. Didn't play this spring as he redshirted over at New Mexico State. But a very productive hitter entered today, hitting .333 in 6 games for Walnut Creek. 5 runs batted in. First offering to him following the pickup. Pass ball, Donnelly will take off. And he's into second easily. 1-0 now on Clisby and a runner in scoring position. Clisby's been a force behind the dish too, Kasey. He's very solid defensively. Former league offensive player of the year, first team all-league honors as a senior in 2024, Clisby was. Big righty batter readies. Adelman's 1-0 offering. High chopper over to third. Sebastiani fields and throws for the out. So the Crawdads strand 1, but they get 1 across on the RBI single from Donnelly. So we head to the top of the 8th. Stompers up to bat. See if they can increase the lead right after this. Welcome back to the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. It's the top of the 8th. Sonoma Stompers leading 10-3 on the Crawdads. They're up to bat here again. Top of the frame. Leading off is the right-handed catcher, Connor Pawlowski. Rising junior over at Bellarmine University. 281 this season for the Stompers. An impressive 9-game stretch. He's got 2 runs batted in on the day. So could have the CCL lead in RBIs with 15 as he skies the first offering from Cohen into right field. Taylor under it, and a quick first out.
Good to see pitcher Cohen just dishing out quick outs, just to slow the game down a little bit.
Absolutely, Crawdads would love to see some more scoreless innings, give themselves a chance to get back in the game. So now the lefty Cohen will face the left-handed first baseman, Paul Lazul. Had an RBI single, 2 RBI single in the 5th. Otherwise, it's 1 for 2, a ground out, 2 walks. Cohen's first pitch to the lefty. Fastball outside and low, 1-0. Cohen turns, kicks and delivers the 1-0. Off-speed pitch fouled back, 1-1. Lazul, another dangerous bat in the Stompers lineup, hitting .241 this year in 11 games, entering today. Cohen with the 1-1. Swinging a foul ball on the left side, well out of play, above the chain link fence. So quickly, it'll be a 1-2 count on the lefty Lazul. Plays his college ball at Monterey Peninsula. Actually a teammate of Max Cohen. Cohen's 1-2 offering curveball at 67 miles an hour, but it bounces in the dirt. Ball 2. Lazul steps out. Now he's back in. Waves around his bat, puts it above the shoulder. The 2-2 from Cohen. Front door curveball nearly plunks Lazul, but instead it'll be ball 3 well inside. The payoff from Cohen. Off speed and high, ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk for Lazul. Now the right-hander, Kieran Baker. No, excuse me, it is a pinch hitter for Sonoma. Instead of Kieran Baker, it will be the infielder, Anthony Shepler. Shepler, a native of Novato, California, goes to Ohio State this season for Sonoma. 13 games, 171 average. So he's working with one man aboard. First offering to the lefty, called strike on the outer third. Good offering from Cohen, excuse me. 0-1 on Shepler. Swing and a miss. 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball gets the bite. Shepler, although pinch hitting, officially listed as a third baseman and a shortstop. So it'll be 0-2. Cohen from the stretch. Swinging a ground ball over to second. Esquivel fields the flip to Medham in time for 1. The throw to first out of the glove of Donnelly. A rare defensive miss from Jared Medham. So the pinch hitter Shepler reaches on the fielder's choice. So now with 2 down, still a runner over at first. Ben Sebastiani, the third baseman, in. Still looking for his first hit of the day. First offering to the righty. On the outside corner, called strike. Cohen technically has only allowed 1 base runner. Looking pretty good in this inning as the 0-1 delivery finds the outside corner again. It's 0-2. Righty Sebastiani readies. Cohen from the stretch. Runner goes. Swing a ground ball over to second. Esquivel able to field as there's a little bit of interference from the runner, but it doesn't matter as the Crawdads get the out at first. So with that, head to the bottom of the 8th inning, see if Walnut Creek can cut the deficit further, down by 7. Back here now for the bottom of the 8th. Walnut Creek Crawdads up to bat. A couple defensive changes for the Stompers. At third, it was the pinch hitter Shepler. And Ben Sebastiani, who was playing there, will now take over for Baker in right. So both the Sebastiani cousins in the corner outfield. Batter to lead off the inning for Walnut Creek is Cam Taylor, the big lefty from Georgia. First offering from Adelman on the outer third, called strike. Taylor looking for his first hit of the game. He's had some pretty hard contact, but 0 for 3. Righty Adelman kicks and deals the 0-1. Fastball misses outside. We 1-1 on Taylor. Spent the spring at Eastern Kentucky. Played 15 games, hit 115. Prior to that, he was spectacular at Andrew College in 2024. The 1-1 from Adelman, breaking ball in the right-handed batter's box. Ball 2 on Taylor. In that redshirt freshman season at Andrew College, Taylor played in 54 games, hit 344, 9 home runs, 12 doubles, 5 triples, 49 runs batted in. 2-1 from Adelman. Ball 3 fastball again in the right-handed batter's box. Casey, do you think Taylor's got a green light here?
I think he does. Why not? I mean, you're losing by a lot, and Taylor, we know, is fighting for playing time.
Adelman kicks and delivers sidearm on the 3-1. Ball 4, low fastball. So Taylor aboard for the first time today. Crawdads get a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the 8th. It's Riley Leininger up to bat. 0 for 2 for Leininger. Walked in the 2nd, flied out to left in the 4th, struck out swinging in the 6th. So he does have the big on-base streak, has not had a hit in the past 3 games, looking for his first one today. Takes a fastball inside on the first offering from Adelman. 1-0. Big lefty Leininger's ready. Adelman's 1-0 from the stretch. Swinging a high fly ball into center field. Akers going back. That one bounces at the wall. And Cam Taylor was holding. He wasn't sure, so it'll only be a single for Leininger. 2 runners on, though. No one out here in the bottom of the 8th for Walnut Creek. And it's Ryan Ellis, who's bounced around at a couple of colleges, but a 3rd-year Crawdad. Some good pop, really good hit tool.
That's not the first time Leininger has been robbed of an extra base hit this week.
No, not at all. Was robbed of a home run thanks to some wind. You can blame Mother Nature for that one a couple days ago. Ellis, 1 for 3 today. Had a single in the 2nd as he takes outside 1-0. Did drive in a run back in the 6th on the E9. Allowed to Clisby to score. Adelman looks to Taylor at 2nd, who's got a large lead. The 1-0 to Ellis. Breaking ball sits on the outer 3rd, called strike 1. Ellis, a former leadoff hitter for Walnut Creek in 2023. Played a couple years at St. Mary's College before transferring to UT Arlington ahead of 2024, where he really popped off. Hit almost 300 that year in 54 games. 1-1 breaking ball well outside. It's 2-1 on Ellis. But a couple of knee injuries for Ellis. Did not play this spring at any college in the portal. Rising senior looking for a new home among the collegiate ranks. His last year of college ball. Hit 298 in those 54 games, 30 runs batted in, 17 doubles. Adelman looks in, gets the call from Powalski. 2-1 to the lefty Ellis. Breaking ball in the right-handed batter's box, ball 3. Adelman struggling to locate some strikes here, Casey. Could be advantageous for Walnut Creek. Adelman sets in between the chest and the belt. Looks over to Taylor at 2nd. The sidearm 3-1. Ball 4, pass ball. Doesn't matter as he's walked the bases loaded with no one out here in the bottom of the 8th. Chris Escobar, the right-handed 2nd baseman, with a big opportunity for Walnut Creek.
And a big opportunity to get off the schneid. He struck out 3 times and a big spot. I mean, this game is not over.
Absolutely entering today. Escobar, one of the better hitters for Walnut Creek, riding a 2-game hitting streak. So went 1 for 4 in his last 2 appearances for Walnut Creek, 1 run batted in. Officially hitting 286 in 11 games entering today. 8 hits, 2 of them doubles. Here's a mound visit to Adelman. the Stompers pitching staff wanting to talk with the infield and the pitcher as they try to navigate this tricky situation. They don't want to give up the 7-3 lead. 10-3 lead, excuse me, 7 runs differentiating the teams. 8 and 9 hitters, a combined 0 for 6 today, Kasey, but still plenty of dangerous bats. Esquivel and Levitt McGee looming. And should one or both of them get on, could open the door for the top of the order. Jared Medham has reached a couple times, and the red-hot Sam Jenkins after him. But first, Esquivel is going to have to get aboard. Still no one out. Bases juice in the bottom of the 8th for Walnut Creek, down by 7. Righty Adelman's first offering to Esquivel. Slapped foul behind us on the right side slightly. 0-1 on the former St. Mary's Gale. Looking for a new home in the transfer portal. Played 14 games in 2025 for St. Mary's. Hit 154. Adelman's 0-1. Another foul ball on the right side gets the end of Esquivel's barrel. Quick 0-2 count on the San Diego native. Adelman working from the stretch. Gets the call from his catcher, Powalski. Sets below the chest. The 0-2 to Esquivel. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball at 75 miles an hour.
4 strikeouts for Esquivel today.
Definitely a tough outing for him. He'll want to bounce back. Should he get another at-bat today, or definitely on Tuesday. Either way, it's the lefty Casey Levitt McGee for Walnut Creek. 1 down with the bases loaded in the top of the 8th. Another guy who's due for a hit. 0 for 3 today. Strikeout, fly out. Grounded into a double play. Umpire signaling for a stop of the music as it was a little bit loud. Either way, Levitt McGee steps in from the left-handed batter's box. Big spot for the future Cal State Bakersfield man. Adelman's 0-1 to the lefty, fouled back. Excuse me, first pitch to the lefty, fouled back. It's 0-1. Top of the order, on deck, Jared Medham. Great hit tool. Some action in the Crawdads bullpen. Cam Krogan, Edward Saeed, 2 righties up and moving. Adelman's 0-1 to Levitt McGee. Fastball just low. Nice frame job from Powalski, but he doesn't get it. Adelman looking in for the call on the 1-1. Levitt McGee, the San Francisco native, played his high school ball at Sacred Heart. 6 RBIs for him on the season for Walnut Creek, trying to make it more here. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Fastball on the outer third. One and 2 on Levitt McGee, trying to stay hot. 2-game hit streak for him. 3 of them against Philippines baseball group on Friday. 1 for 3 yesterday against the Arroyo Seco Saints. Adelman winds and deals the 1-2. Check swing on a ball inside. Did he go around? No. 2-2 on Levitt McGee. Has 35 and 36 runs batted in 2 seasons, respectively, at Laney College. Big power increase from his freshman to sophomore year. 11 extra base hits in 2024, 22 in 2025. He's got 2 of them this summer for Walnut Creek. The 2-2 to Levitt McGee. Slapped just foul on the first base side. At that height, Lazul probably able to field it if it's a fair ball. So a little bit of a break for Levitt McGee as he stays alive. It'll be 2-2 once more on the rising junior. 2-2 to Levitt McGee.
Yeah, boy, good boy.
Ball 3
Here we
on
go.
a fastball just off the outer third. That one was so close, Kasey.
Yeah, and again, the Crawdads working good at bats. Need a big knock here.
Levitt McGee, a very disciplined hitter. 8 walks to 6 strikeouts this year. Definitely not an easy guy to punch out. Either way, the count is full. Adelman sets. The payoff to Levitt McGee. Swinging a foul ball back, they'll do it again. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Bases loaded for Walnut Creek. They're down by 7 to the Sonoma Stompers. Trying to cut the deficit here, give themselves a chance. Scoreless last inning, courtesy of Max Cohen, the pitcher for the Dads. Trying to capitalize on that opportunity. Levitt able to call time, compose himself before stepping back in to the left-handed batter's box. Adelman's payoff. Swing and a miss on the outside, breaking ball. 2 straight strikeouts after loading the bases. 2 down for the top of the order in Jared Medham.
I think that's defined what we've seen from the Crawdads these past few games. I mean, again, bases still loaded, but wasting opportunities, wasting at-bats, bottom of the order.
Absolutely, it's been a bit of a problem. But Medham, the St. Mary's College man, exactly the guy you want up in this situation. A fabulous hit tool, plenty of speed. Reached base twice on 2 errors today. Didn't get a hit yesterday either. Trying to look for one here. First offering, pass ball. That's going to allow Cam Taylor to score, and the runners will advance. Leininger at third, Ellis at second.
Hey, make it hurt here, madam. Okay, go for it. It's on now. It's powder, okay?
So now Adelman have to be extra careful on the 1-0 to Medham, who entered today hitting .310 in 6 games for Walnut Creek, 13 runs batted in, 5 walks to just 2 strikeouts for the righty. Ten to 4 ball game now in the bottom of the 8th, 2 down, 2 runners in scoring position for Medham. Medham earned West Coast Conference All-Freshman honors in 2023 after bursting onto the scene. .255 batting average in 51 games. 48 hits, 17 extra bases that year. The 1-0 to the righty. Breaking ball in the dirt, it's 2-0. Interesting throw behind the dish from Kowalski. Almost gets away from Adelman. That could have been danger. Medham entering yesterday, had a 5-game hit streak in his first 5 games for Walnut Creek. Trying to get another one going here. Adelman's 2-0. Fastball over the heart of the plate, called strike. Medham, the everyday shortstop at St. Mary's this spring, was on a tear before they entered the postseason in the NCAA tournament. 2-1 to Medham. Ball 3 on the outer corner. Just missed on the breaking ball. Casey, does he have the green light in this situation?
I think you do, honestly.
Certainly a tough call. Adelman's been struggling with his command, but you need a hit desperately here. The 3-1 to Medham. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball gets the bite. And now the count works full on the Crawdads leadoff guy.
Knock here could really make this game a whole new game. 4 runs would be manageable.
Absolutely. Crawdads looking for a big hit here. A single probably scores 2. Payoff from Adelman. Ball 4 on a fastball in the dirt. Very patient approach from Medham as it reloads the bases for the red-hot Sam Jenkins. And now we're going to get another mound visit for the Sonoma Stompers. Could be the end of the day for Adelman, Casey.
Yeah, very likely so. So see Coach Case come out.
And that will do it. Get a new lefty arm. No, another righty arm for Sonoma either way. It's Chris Albee, the righty from formerly of William Jessup. So while he warms up, We'll take a break here in the bottom of the 8th. Bases loaded, 2 down. Crawdads sending the 2-hole hitter up. We'll be right back on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. Welcome back to the Crawdad Streaming Network here for the bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher on the hill for the Sonoma Stompers, Chris Albee, right-hander formerly of William Jessup University. Been mighty effective in 4 appearances for Sonoma, 1.5 ERA in 6 innings pitched, 1 save, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits. And he'll face Sam Jenkins, man who went 3 for 5 against the Philippines baseball group on Friday with an RBI. He's had hits in 4 of his last 3 games entering today, and he's got 1 here today, a single, 2 walks as well. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Crawdads trying to cut the 6-run deficit. Redshirt freshman lefty from Baylor readies, and we're going to get called time. Looks like potentially from Albee. Albee readies, gets the call from Kowalski. First offering to the lefty. Swinging a ground ball over to second base. Libby Fields flips to second for the out. 1 pitch and the Crawdads strand the bases loaded. We'll head to the top of the 9th. See if Sonoma adds some insurance runs right after this. Welcome back to the Crawdads Streaming Network. It's the top of the 9th inning. Sonoma Stompers up to bat, leading 10-4 on the Crawdads. It's the top of the order for the Stompers. Boardman, Sebastiani, Akers due up, but they'll face a new arm for Walnut Creek. That's Cam Krogan, the 6'4" right-hander from Pepperdine, native right here of Danville, California. Went to high school down the street at San Ramon Valley. First offering to Boardman from the righty, upstairs, 89-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-0. Krogan, short kick delivery, and the 0-1's another fastball, this time in the zone, 1-1. Rising junior over at Pepperdine. Krogan, 27 appearances this spring, 0-2 and 16.55 ERA. As the 1-1 slapped well high into left field, McGee under it and puts it away. One man down, it'll bring up Nicholas Sebastiani, the left fielder for Sonoma. Hitless today, but drove in 3 runs on the E7 back in the 4th. 2 strikeouts, ground out double play, reached on a walk in the 6th. Righty Krogan's first offering to Sebastiani, yanked outside. We 1-0. Now the 1-0 offering slapped on the ground towards Donnelly at first. Gloves it, fields, flips to Krogan. They'll get the put away. 3-1 ground ball, 2 down in the top of the 9th. It's Krogan making quick work of the top of the order for the Stompers.
Yeah, he's done that all year, and I mean, interesting to see him come in this spot, but probably for the coaching staff wanting to keep him loose.
Exactly. Day off tomorrow before playing the Stompers here again. Want to make sure Krogan in top shape, hasn't pitched in a couple days. Also want to hold the score where it's at just in case there's a big rally. First offering to the new batter, Akers, in there for a strike, 0-1. Krogan, high 80s fastball. Here's the 0-1. Delivers one at 90 miles an hour, but it's outside the zone, 1-1. Changed his arm angle pretty recently to a low 3/4 delivery. So allowed him to see some more success. The 1-1, high fly ball into center field. Jenkins under it. And gloves it lazily for the final out at the top of the 9th. 3 up, 3 down for Sonoma. Walnut Creek will get an opportunity to come back from the 6-run deficit in the bottom of the 9th. We'll see if they can do it. Be certainly monumentous. We'll be right back on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Welcome back to the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. It's the bottom of the ninth, down by 6. It's do or die right here for Walnut Creek. They'll send up the heart of the order. Joey Donnelly, Brandon Clisby, Cam Taylor face a tough task in the new reliever for Sonoma, Brandon Gentz. 0-1 in 3 games for the Stompers this year, 5.40 ERA, 6 2/3 innings pitched. Another Pepperdine reliever, teammates of Cam Krogan, just sent down the Stompers 1-2-3. Righty's first offering to Donnelly, wild pitch, 90-mile-an-hour fastball in the dirt. We 1-0 on Donnelly. Donnelly 1 for 4 today, had an RBI single in the 7th, 2 ground outs and a fly out prior to that. Trying to be the leadoff man aboard. Infield playing true against the lefty. Against 1-0 offering to Donnelly. Swinging a foul ball back. It'll be 1-1. Donnelly, 4 years at Cal Berkeley, now in the grad transfer portal, trying to go somewhere on the East Coast. The 1-1 to the lefty. High fly ball in foul territory, into the seats. Heads up, fans.
Looks like everybody's okay.
Indeed it does. So it'll be a 1-2 count following the foul ball to Donnelly, the 6'2", 210-pound left-handed batter. Donnelly lifts the bat above his shoulders. He's ready to go. Against, slow turn, kicks and delivers the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Boardman at short. Fields flips to first for the first out. 6-3 ground out, 1 down, brings up Brandon Clisby in the bottom of the 9th. And he's had a magnificent day, Casey. RBI single in the 1st. Crawdad struck first, and then a leadoff double back in the 6th. Makes him 2 for 4 on the day. See if he can get something going for the Crawdads. First offering, swing and a miss. Slider at 82 miles an hour works the bite. 0-1 on Clisby. Alamo native, played right here at Monte Vista. 0-1, another slider, this time in the dirt in the left-handed batter's box. 1-1 now on the catcher today for Walnut Creek. One offering from Gentz. 91-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs and inside. 2-1. Clisby, a former California All-State selection following his senior year, 2024, where he did 14 multiple hit games. The 2-1 off speed and in the lower third. Strike 2. Clisby with a short wave of the bat. The righty's ready. Gentz turns and fires the 2-2. Front door breaking ball misses the zone. It's a full count on Clisby now. Clisby, the do-it-all catcher, good defense, good hit tool. Trying to get one here. The payoff. High fly ball into right field. Ben Sebastiani trying to get under it, and he will. Crawdads down to their final out following the fly out to right. Cam Taylor will be at the plate, lefty. Taylor 0 for 3 today. A line out, a fly out, and a ground out. Finally got aboard in the 8th with a leadoff walk. Casey, an ineffective day for Walnut Creek, both on the mound and at the plate. Stranded some runners, struggled to throw strikes. First offering to Taylor. Check swing on the outside fastball, called strike. Appeal first says Taylor went around. It'll be 0-1 on the left-handed right fielder for Walnut Creek today. Taylor entered today hitting .250 in 8 games, has a pair of home runs. Check swing foul ball on the 0-1. Well out of play on the left side. So now Walnut Creek down to their final strike here on this Sunday evening. Sonoma Stompers up 10-4 in the bottom of the ninth. Geinz sets, kicks and deals the 0-2. Fastball bounces in the dirt. Be 1-2 on Taylor. Former all DeKalb County selection as a senior in high school. Graduated from Stevenson over in Georgia. Taylor. The 1-2 from Geinz. Taylor takes it. Breaking ball outside. It's 2-2 now. Riley Leininger waiting on deck. Left-handed third baseman. Had a single back in the 8th. Taylor taps home plate. A couple swings of the bat. He's ready to go from the left side. 2-2 from Geinz. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the fastball on the outer third. That will do it for this Sunday afternoon contest. Sonoma Stompers win 10-4 on the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Sonoma will advance to 11-7 on the year. The Crawdads now a 2-game losing streak. They're 8-5. Both teams will have the day off tomorrow, and then we'll be right back at it here at Monte Vista on Tuesday. These two teams will face off again, 4 o'clock p.m. first pitch. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. For Kasey Kazliner, Limoncelli signing off. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you on Tuesday.